Okay, so the next test here, test 8.2B, question 1, okay? And your exercise 8.2, page 195. So open your textbook to page 195. The first one here, evaluate the following. Question number 1, subheading 1. So the first one here is sine 60 degree into cos 30 degree plus sine 30 degree into cos 60 degree. Okay. So once we have written the question correctly, we have to put the right values in the right places. So sine 60 degree is root 3 by 2, so we put that. Into cos 30 degree is also root 3 by 2, so we put that, plus sine 30 degree is half into cos 60 degree is also half, right? So let us go to the next step here. Numerator multiply by numerator, root 3 into root 3 is 3, and here 2 2s are 4, plus here 1 1s are 1, divided by 2 2s are 4. So let's write that one down. Now, having done that, we draw a longer line and find out the LCM of the two denominators here. LCM of 4 and 4 is 4, so we put there 4, right? And we take the first denominator, which is 4, and 4 multiplied to what will give you the LCM 4. You must get that number, right? So 4 1s are 4, and this one you multiply it to the numerator. So 1 3s are 3, okay? And next is a plus sign. You need not write these things, okay? I'm writing it down for explanation's sake, right? So next denominator is, in a fraction, the upper part is called numerator. The lower one here is the denominator. So 1 is the numerator, 4 is the denominator in this fraction. So 4 1s are 4. Multiply that 1 to the numerator, 1 1s are 1. So having done that, the next step is quite simple. 3 plus 1 is simply 4, and down here is also 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, right? So next go to the number 2. So the answer value for 1 is 1, then 2 is 2 tan squared 45 degree, 2 tan square 45 degree plus cos square 30 degree plus cos square 30 degree minus sine square 60 degree. So that will be equal to, here we write it 2 into tan 45 degree, we know is 1, right? But since this is 10 square, we put a square here over the 1 value, plus cos 30 degree is root 3 by 2, we know that. So we write that value. But we see here it's not cos 30 degree alone, but it is cos square. So we need to put a bracket, otherwise it will be wrong, and put a power 2 square. Because this square should belong to both numerator and denominator. So if we don't put the bracket, it will mean a different thing, and therefore it will be wrong, okay? Minus sine 60 degrees, likewise root 3 by 2. And just as sine square is there, we put the whole thing bracket and square. Then the next step we can write here, equal to, coming from here, 1 1s are 1, 1 square, so 1 into 2 is 2, so we write it 2, plus here root 3 square we know is simply root 3 into root 3, which is equal to 3. So root 3 square is 3, divided by, this power 2 belongs to numerator as much as belong to the denominator. So 2 square will be 2 into 2, which is 4. Okay, so this is 4 4. The next is a minus sign. We see that here also is root 3 by 2 whole square, which is the same as this. So we can just write that result, same one here, 3 by 4. Now here, plus 3 by 4 minus 3 by 4 combined will be 0. Just as 2 minus 2 is 0, plus 2 minus 2, so plus 3 by 4 minus 3 by 4 is 0, leaving you behind the value for the 2 answer is 2, right? So next, let's go to the third one. Question 1, subheading 1 to 5. So we'll go to subheading 3. So let's go to the subheading 3. Question number 1, subheading 3. So here subheading 3 is cos 45 degree. Cos 45 degree divided by sec 30 degree plus cosec 30 degree. So we have to solve this and find the value. So put your equal sign and put a long line right there. So cos 45 degree value is 1 by root 2, so we write that. Then sec 30 degree we know is 2 by root 3, so we write that, plus cosec 30 degree is 2 or 2 by 1, whatever you like to put, 2 or 2 by 1 is the same thing. So next step here, put the equal sign again in the longer line and write this 1 by root 2 same, and below the longer line there is still, we write this 2 just as it is and plus, let's multiply this 2, root 3 into 2 is 2 root 3, okay. Since we have multiplied up to here now, another long line will come covering up to here now, divided by root 3. But this new long line should be still shorter than the main long line. In our solving, we must make sure that the main line here remains the longest among the lines, okay. Otherwise we'll go wrong, and we put the equal sign there to avoid confusion. Then above the long line, we just write that 1 by root 2. And this long line here means simply division sign, divided by. So we need to change that to multiplication sign. So we change this long line division to multiplication. Then here below the long line, upper part numerator and denominator down part will go up. Denominator will go up, and a numerator which is 2 plus 2 root 3 will come down. So we write that down. And next here, we can go here, that will be equal to, okay, equal, let us put it, okay, next here, 1 into root 3 is root 3, long line, and then this root 2, let's multiply, root 2 into 2 is 2 root 2, then multiply this to the next one, plus into plus, plus, then root 2 into 2 root 3 is this root square root, and this square root 3 will multiply, so root 2 into root 3 is root over 6, and we put this 2 just in front. So here, root 2 into root 3, root 6, and this 2 is there. So we got that, right? Then next, once we're through with that, we have here irrational numbers in the denominator. As you can see, 2 root 2 plus 2 root 6 means these root signs are called irrational numbers. So in solving sums, we normally remove, try to remove the roots from the denominator so that there is no more irrational or root numbers in the denominator. That process is called rationalizing the denominator. So how do we do this? Especially when it's a mixed search, some rational number, 2 is a rational number, root 2 is an irrational number. Here 2 rational, so an irrational. So when it is mixed with rational and irrational number, to remove this root from the denominator, we usually multiply by its conjugate. Conjugate means 2 root 2 plus 2 root 6. The conjugate is 2 root 2 of opposite sign in between, minus 2 root 6. By that we also mean that had this been 2 root 2 minus 2 root 6, its conjugate would be, yes, 2 root 2 plus 2 root 6. Conjugate means simply the similar one with the opposite sign in between. So multiply by the conjugate here, deal with it. Then this, by this method, we can remove the irrational signs, as we will see in the next 2-3 steps. So whatever you put here, you make sure you put it up also. 2 root 2 minus, identical, exactly the same number. Because when we have same number divided, the result is 1. Which means 2 root 2. Here same number, 2 root 2 minus 2 root 6 divided by here 2 root 2 minus 2 root 6. Identical means these two will cancel and 1. So we are maintaining that property of multiplication by 1. That way the equal sign is unaffected or not affected. Okay, so here, once we're through with that, I hope you're getting it now here. Let's multiply this. Root 3 into root 2 is root 6, and here there is a 2. So let's just write there 2 with a longer line then. Then this multiply, plus into minus is minus. Root 3 into root 6 is root over 18, and this 2 is there. So this root 3 has multiplied this, and we got the result. When we multiply these two, we got this. Root 3 to the next one, we got this. Then here this look like a formula, a plus b into a minus b. See here, 2 root 2, 2 root 2, 2 root 6, 2 root 6, and plus here, minus means a plus b. The a minus b formula, the famous formula, we are very familiar with this. So a square, we need to put a bracket because there are more than one factors here, minus b square. B is here 2 root 6, this is b, the whole thing square. As I said, we're using this formula, a plus b into a minus b equal to a square minus b square. When we use this formula, the roots will get removed, as we'll see in the next 2 steps. 1 or 2 steps. For the next step, we'll see that the root will disappear actually. So here, long line. Then let us just write this one, 2 root 6 minus 2. I think we can deal with this one here, root over. We know that 2 9s is 18. This 18 can be expressed like this, which can be further expressed as 3 9 can be expressed as 3 3s are 9. So this is 18 can be written as 2 into 3 into 3. So let us do that, 3 into 3. 2 3s are 6. 6 3s are 18. Same, right? So next here, 2 square is 2 into 2, which is 4. So we write there 4 into root 2 square is root 2 into root 2, which is equal to 2, root removed. So we write here 2 minus 2 square, as we said, is 2 2s are 4. Root 6 square therefore will be 6, root removed, just like root 2 into root 2. Root 6 into root 6 is 6. As we see, there is no more root signs now. This process of multiplying by the conjugate and then dealing with the formula to get no root, or the root disappear, is called rationalizing the denominator, or in other words, the process of removing the irrational numbers or root numbers from the denominator. Okay. Once we're through with that, we can do slowly. Here, 2 root 6 minus, this one is 2 into, this here has our couple, meaning identical numbers have partners. 2 will come out of the root as single, and then root 2 has no partner, so it will remain under the root. Divided by 4 2s are 8 minus 4 6s are 24. Okay, so once we're through that, carefully do the last few steps and we're going to get our answer value. That will be equal to here, longer line. Then here, 2 root 6 minus 2 3s are 6 here, and root 2. 6 root 2 divided by, when we deal with a plus and minus number, we always make sure the bigger absolute value is kept up. Bigger absolute value means, forget about the sign plus minus. with the bigger one, having bigger value is called a bigger absolute value. So 24 has bigger absolute value, we put it always up. Okay, the lower absolute value is 8, so we always put that down. Now sign in front means plus, so we put a plus. So when we have minus and plus, we know we always subtract, right? So 14 minus 8, as we said, this is very simple. 14 minus 8 is 6. 1 is borrowed to make 14, so here 1 only left. Bigger absolute value is 24, which is bigger in absolute value than 8. So, and its bigger absolute value, 24, sign is minus. So answer also should have the sign of the whatever number has bigger absolute value, which is 24, so minus here. So we get here minus 16. Then next here, we can see here that 2 can be taken out. So let us take out 2 into root 6. 2 is outside the bracket, so now only root 6 inside the bracket. Minus 2 3s are this 6 and this root 2. So 2 3s are 6, root 2 still. Like that, divided by minus 16. Then here we can cancel. 2 1s are 2, 2 8s are 16. Now we know that the final answer usually should not contain the minus in the denominator. So we bring this minus up immediately and it will go in front of the bracket. Root minus, this will remain unchanged, same only, but the minus has been shifted here. That way, no more minus in the denominator. That's usually how our answer should be, with no denominator, with no negative sign in the denominator. So next is just a matter of multiplying this minus to the inside numbers. So minus into plus is minus root 6, and then minus root 6. Then minus into minus is plus 3 root 2 divided by here 8. So that can be our answer. But the textbook is writing, so you can write that is your answer. Or this plus you can bring it front, no harm. This is minus root 6, can go second place. Second place come first place. First place go second place. But we didn't change the sign. Sign is still plus, here also plus, minus. It's the same. This answer like this or like this is same. Just writing this step because the book answers this way. But even if you were to stop here, that is not wrong. Okay, this is correct. Next, number 4. 2 more questions to go before we complete this test part. Okay, next is question number 1, subheading 4. Subheading 4. So let us write it down. Sine 30 degree plus tan 45 degree minus cosec 60 degree divided by sec 30 degree plus cos 60 degree plus cot 45 degree. So let's put the values in the right places carefully. Sine 30 degree we know is half plus tan 45 degree is 1. The next minus cosec 60 degrees 2 by root 3. Likewise sec 30 degree is 2 by root 3 plus cos 60 degree is 1 by 2 plus cot 45 degrees 1. We'll put it that way. And the next step, put your longer line first. And above this long line, let us deal with this 3 first. So we can put here 1 by 1 if you want, with a longer line. Representing these 3 fractions here. LCM of denominators 2, 1 and root 3 is 2 root 3. 2 into root 3, 2 root 3. That's your LCM. So to solve it, we take the first denominator, which is 2 into root 3. Then we'll get this LCM. Then we multiply that number to the numerator, root 3 into 1. root 3. Similarly, go to the next one, and 1 into 2 root 3 is 2 root 3, the LCM. 2 root 3 into 1 is 2 root 3. Next, finally, the last denominator, root 3 into 2 is 2 root 3, and so 2 2s are 4, minus 4, therefore. As I said, I'm writing these things for explanation's sake. You need not write okay. So, even if you write, it's okay, but not necessary to write. Next one here, similarly, I put here 1 by 1. Longer line, LCM of the 3 below the long line now, denominators, up, down. Root 3, 2 and 1 is 2 root 3, LCM again. Root 3 into 2, 2 root 3. And root 3 into 2 is this 2 root 3. 2 2s are 4. Just like we did for this 3, same thing. And 2 into root 3, 2 root 3. Root 3 into 1 is root 3. And there is a plus sign here. Next is also a plus sign. So we write there 1 into 2 root 3 is 2 root 3. 2 root 3 into 1 is 2 root 3. So we write carefully the right values. So we are getting the right answer. 2 root 3. Done. So I said when you not write these steps, if you don't, this is just for explanation. Now next here. Again, longer line. Make sure it's the main big line. Then next here, no number in front means 1. So 1 root 3 plus 2 root 3 is like 1 mango plus 2 mangoes. Just like 1x plus 2x, I mean to say, so 3x. 1x plus 2x, 3x. So you can draw a similar analogy, and 1 root 3 plus 2 root 3 is 3 root 3, I mean with a long line here, this one. Down here is 2 root 3. This 2 is therefore 3 root 3. 1 plus 2, then minus 4. Similarly here, write this one, 2 root 3, and then here 4, we can just write that. Just like this, 1 root 3 plus 2 root 3, here 1 root 3 plus 2 root 3 is 3 root 3. So here also we can write 1 root 3 plus 2 root 3, 3 root 3. Okay, I hope you're getting it. Next step, that will be equal to 3 root 3 minus 4 divided by 2 root 3. I mean to say, we're writing this one as it is above the long line. Below the long line, this long line changed to multiplication sign. The numerator is 4 plus 3 root 3. Denominator down is 2 root 3, will go up therefore, because you have changed the division sign to multiplication sign. And then up numerator 4 plus 3 root 3 will come down. So this 2 root 3 and 2 root 3 can cancel, therefore leaving behind 1 if you want to write. Otherwise also it's okay. Then we're left with 3 root 3 minus 4 into 1 is same thing. Then 1 into this is 4 plus 3 root 3. As I said, if we see irrational signs in the denominator, we have to remove. As you see in the denominator, there is root 3. We remove it by a process called rationalizing the denominator, and that process involves multiplying by the conjugate. Conjugate means this is 4 plus 3 root 3, so its conjugate is 4 minus 3 root 3. Similar to the way we did one numerical ago, right? So here, just before this, whatever we put here 4 minus 3 root 3, so that on cancellation it's 1, so the equal sign is unaffected. Now next here, one line, let us use this here to multiply these two. Multiply the sign first. Plus into plus is plus, so no need to put the plus sign for the first term. So 3 4s are 12, and this root 3. So in other words, 3 root 3 multiplied to 4 is 12 root 3. Plus into minus is minus, and then plus into minus is minus, and 3 root 3 into 3 root 3. You can do this on the rough. Root 3 into 3 root 3 is equal to 3 root 3 into 3 root 3 is equal to this 3, you can write it down. This 3 also okay. Then this root 3 into root 3 will be, we know, 3. So 3 root 3 into root 3 will finally come out to be, root 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. So we write here 27. So we multiply this 3 root 3 to both of these. So next we go to this and do the same thing. That means multiply to both of these. So here multiply the sign first. Minus into no sign means plus. So minus into plus is minus. 4 4s are 16. We write that. And minus into minus is plus. So we put a plus. Then 4 into 3 root 3 is 4 3s are 12 root 3. So that's complete. We use this to multiply this 2 and we go this 2. We use this minus 4 to multiply this 2 and we go the last 2. So now then the denominator is like a plus b into a minus b. So formula a square. For this one we need not put bracket because it's a single number. Even if you were to put, it's not wrong anyway. So for the next one minus, we need to put a bracket because you see here 2 factors. So if you don't put a bracket and put square, it's actually wrong, right? Because in the case of numbers having more than 1 factors, we need to put a bracket when the power is square, cube. Okay, like that. Now next, do slowly and not to hurry, think carefully, you will get the right answer. Now 12 root 3 plus 12 root 3 is like 12 mangoes plus 12 mangoes, or 12x plus 12x. So 24 root 3. Then this 2 here minus 27, bigger one, put it up, minus 16. But we know that when both are minus, we add, right? 7 plus 6 is 13. 1 remainder. So 1 plus 2, 3. Plus 1, 4. So when we add 27 to 16, 43. When both are minus, we add, and the sign also should be minus. Okay. Many people confused with this, so listen here. When we multiply two negative numbers, minus into minus is plus. 2 3s are 6. But when we add two numbers, minus 3 and minus 2, we're not multiplying, adding, then it's 5 add, and sign is minus. When we add, sign is minus. When we add two negative numbers, sign is minus. When we multiply two negative numbers, of course it will be plus. Minus into minus is plus, but minus plus minus, minus added to minus is always minus. So minus 43 is our answer for these two combined. Then that's done, divided by 4 4s are 16, put your equal sign. Then here, minus 3 root 3 square means 3 root 3 into 3 root 3, just the same one. So it's 27, so we can write here 27. And then here, next, 24 root 3 minus 43 divided by, again, out of the two numbers, we always deal with two numbers. How? The bigger one, absolute value up, sign of 27 is minus. Sign of a number is always in front of it. So in front of 27 is minus, means this minus belongs to 27. Smaller one is 16. There is no sign in front, means we know it is plus. So minus and plus means we subtract. So 7 minus 6 is 1. Okay, 1. And 2 minus 1 is 1. Bigger absolute value is 27. Its sign is minus. So what is here also should be minus. Had the bigger one been plus and the smaller one minus, then the answer should come plus 11. Whatever is the sign of bigger number should be put in the lower part when one is, out of two numbers, one is minus and the other is positive. Bigger absolute sign. So here will be minus 11. Okay, so next here, as we said, even in earlier numerical, just a few numericals ago, this minus has to be brought up. So we brought up, but we need to put a bracket, because our answer should express normally without a minus or negative sign in the denominator. Same thing, 24 root 3 minus 43. So close your bracket. Then we multiply the outside minus negative with the inside. Minus into plus minus 24 root 3. Minus into minus is plus 43 divided by 11. This can be our answer. But since the textbook is expressing like this, which is the same actually, bringing this plus 43 front they bring, and minus 24 root 3 they put in second place. The rest is same. You can write like this also, book answer. But even if you were to stop here, it is correct. It's the same answer as the book answer. Okay, so one more question to go. That is 5. So let us do that, and that will complete your test part. So 5 here. Let's write the question carefully. 5 cos square 60 degree plus 4 sec square 30 degree minus 10 square 45 degree divided by sine square 30 degree plus cos square 30 degree. Okay, so let's do carefully. Put your long line and write here 5 into cos 60 degrees 1 by 2, so square means bracket, is a mass and square, plus 4 into sec 30 degree is 2 by root 3, again square, sec square, so square with a bracket, minus 1045 is 1, again square, so we put your square. Sine 30 degrees 1 by 2, but again sine square, so we put your square, plus cos 30 degrees root 3 by 2, again square, so we put there whole thing square. Next step, again long line, and here 5 into 1 square is 1, 2 square is 2, 2s are 4, right. Then here plus 4, 2 square we know is 4, divided by root 3 square is 3. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. Root 3 square. Then minus here 1 square is simply 1. Down here also likewise, 1 square 1, 2 square 4, plus root 3 square 3, 2 square is 4. This is right. And next step, longer line. 5 1s are 5, divided by 4, plus 4 4s are 16, 4 4s are 16, divided by 3, minus 1, and here longer line, and then this below the long line, denominator LCM 4 and 4 is 4, 4 1s are 4, so 1 1s are 1, plus 4 1s are 4 again, 1 3s are 3. Okay, once we're done with that, next step, we go equal to longer line. Here, upper part below, above the longer line, 1 means 1 by 1 we can write if you want. 4, 3 and 1 denominator LCM is 12. 12 is the LCM. Take the first denominator, 4 3s are 12. So multiply the 3 to the numerator, 3 5s are 15. Next is a plus, and 3 denominator, 4s are 12, 3 4s are 12, 4 6 are 4 into 16, 24, 2 in hand, so 64. Next is a minus sign, and then put it here if you want 12. Next is a minus sign, so 1 into 12 is 12. The 12 ones are 12. So we're done with what is above the long line. Down here 1 plus 3 is 4 by 4, because down here is 4, so 4 by 4. So they will cancel out this 4 and 4, means 1 is left only the below the long line, 1 by 1 or 1. So we can neglect or stop bothering about that lower part now, only this is left. So these two are positive, so take the plus together. plus 64. And no sign means plus 15. Plus, what plus means we add, we know that. 4 plus 5, 9. 6 plus 1, 7. So we write here, without this line anymore, this one, 79 minus here, 12 by here, 12. We didn't bother to write this one anymore, no need, right? Then here, out of these two, the bigger absolute value is plus 79. We write the bigger one always up, no sign, and minus smaller 12 is smaller in absolute value, so write it below. So plus minus means subtract. So 9 minus 2, 7. 7 minus 1, 6. Sign of the bigger absolute value, 79, is plus, so here also plus. So our answer will come out as 67 divided by 12. We cannot cancel, so that's our answer, which is the same as your textbook answer. So we have completed. You can now go and give the test, okay?